I'm like this, eh? As I declare you so, it never tell when I carry my keke, enter inside the street of the social media lifestyle. Before I know it happen, I be when they saw that, I say, watch out, watch out, watch out. As I declare you so, like this, so Femi Falana and he pikin files the bad guy. They don't give the mommy of Lagos, that is Bobrisky, 12 hours ultimatum to tender a public apology or face the full wrath of the law. Baka. Wahala. No say since when this matter dey play since. Because of the way they take carry their full torchlight face the VDA side. No say Bobrisky if you go to the feel say they no wan carry, they no wan look am as nobody wan reason the matter or say e don go scot free or this one that one. But wetin I see for all of this matter na this, based on the kind of family wey this people be, you know say na very learned family, educated, all of them are barrister. So they had to do their own due diligence and some level of investigation, at least, before approaching or trying to file any lawsuit against Bobrisky. Because if you now remember, for those of that way follow the case, when that matter come out, Bobrisky came out publicly to deny that that voice, that person in that voice note or that voice recording is not him, that's AI generated. He denied it flat. So on that note, the Falana could not have filed any lawsuit against Bobrisky at that point because he has openly denied ownership of that voice note. Having done that, I believe these guys, they have gone to do their own investigation to an extent, their own due diligence, and they have found out something. They may have a concrete evidence, because things like this is a way you can do forensic investigation and determine the actual owner of that voice. Okay, so I don't know what they have done, but I believe they must have done some level of investigation for them to now be coming out at this point in time to file, or rather to give an ultimatum to Bobrisky. And don't mind you, that 12-hour ultimatum will elapse probably by midday tomorrow. So between now and then, let us wait and see whether Bobrisky will come out and apologize. Mind you, there are a lot of things that can happen at this point, because first and foremost, if Bobrisky comes out to apologize, which I think he will do, if he comes out to apologize, what does that mean? That means he's publicly admitting to everything that was said in that voice note. That is to say, after apologizing to the Falana family, and if they decide to forgive him and let him go on their own side, no problem. But then again, you will not have to explain the EFCC side, because that will be him admitting that he actually made such statement, because everything was said in the same voice note. He will also have to explain to the prison's officers and bring out whoever it is that is culpable in that particular crime or whatever. Then lastly, the godfather that was mentioned in that voice note will have to come out at that point. So you see, apologizing now, it might seem very easy for him to just apologize. So I'm sorry, no wahala. If he apologizes, he can be forgiven on the Falana family. But don't forget that the kind of trouble Bobrisky might be in right now, having to face the Falana family might even be small compared to the amount of trouble he will enter if he decides to apologize. That is just the truth. If he has a good lawyer, which I doubt he does, because if he did, he wouldn't have had to go to the prison in the first place. But if he has a good lawyer, the lawyer will advise him not to tender that apology. Because don't forget that the prison representative and the EFCC representative, they have gone to the House of Reps to publicly deny whatever claim that was made in that voice note, that they have no hand in it. So if Bobrisky apologizes now, which means he's saying that he actually said those things, so he will not come out and have to prove to the public and to the law and to EFCC and to prisons who is that person you paid that 15 million naira to. to drop that money laundering case. Number one. Number two, who are those that were involved in removing you or not allowing you to stay in the correctional facility as provided by law, but helped you rent an apartment outside the correctional facility? You have to provide those persons. So, just as apologizing might be is the easiest thing to do right now, but it's not the wisest, in my opinion. Just the way VDM stood his ground, I would advise Bobrisky to also stand his ground. Last, now lawsuit will end and they go find, they will say, you get to the point now. But any which way, I'm here for all of it. I'm even happy now that this matter is coming up again, because I was worried before that as strong as those allegations were, everything had just died down all of a sudden, like the way things died down in Nigeria. Actually, the way you can hardly find any investigation that sees the light of day in this country. I was already getting worried that, oh, this Bobrisky case will be one of them. So thank God the Falana family has helped us to bring this up again. Let us see, at least between now and midday tomorrow, let's see whether Bobrisky come out and apologize. Anyway, just thank God for everything.